If you're thinking about going to a Joe Dispenza Weeklong Retreat, listen closely, because what actually happens there is not what you've been sold online. It's not 7 days of effortless meditation and instant miracles. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, it's deeply emotional work that cracks you open in ways you don't see coming, and wakes up parts of you that have been sleeping for years. Before you commit to this, let me show you what's really waiting for you inside that room. When I walked into that room with almost 2,000 people from more than 70 different countries, I was excited, but underneath the excitement, there was also fear. Can I really do this? Will something actually happen for me? What if everyone else is more spiritual, more advanced, more ready than I am? Here's the truth I learned. No one walks into that room feeling fully ready. Everyone arrives with a story they're trying to rewrite. Everyone arrives with a wound they're finally willing to face. Everyone arrives searching for something they haven't been able to find on their own. Everyone. Even those who's been to many events. The first day hits you like a wave. You're suddenly surrounded by this ocean of people. The music, the lighting, the energy. It's a lot. The schedule is intense. There's so much to take in. We sit for hours and hours, and at some point you look around and think, what did I just sign up for? Then comes day 2. This is where things get real. You're tired. It's 5:30 a.m. when the door to the ballroom opens. You've been up for an hour already, and we finished late day 1. Your body's like, we're doing this again? Your mind gets loud. Old identities fight to stay alive. I'm not the kind of person who heals. I've always been anxious. This is just who I am. And the wild thing is, even the people who look the strongest on the outside, the ones who seem so confident and spiritual, are usually the ones cracking the most on the inside. Then, around day 3, something shifts. Your nervous system starts to soften. Your heart doesn't feel so guarded. You stop trying to do the meditation right, and you start to actually feel the field. You feel connected, not just to Joe, or the music, or the meditation, but to yourself, to the stranger sitting beside you, to the possibility that maybe your life really can change. Breakthroughs don't always look dramatic. Sometimes they're quiet. Dr. Joe's voice. Take a breath and relax. And a single breath where your whole body relaxes. A thought you've believed for years suddenly feels untrue. A gentle inner whisper, something is happening to me. As the days go on, the meditations go deeper. Your resistance gets tired of fighting. And that's when you start noticing the things no one ever posts on Instagram. How much you'll laugh, how much you'll cry, how safe it can feel to fall apart when 2,000 other people are falling apart with you. How a stranger holding your hand in the dark can somehow feel like soul family. A Joe Dispenza retreat isn't really about becoming someone new. It's about remembering the version of you that got buried under years of stress, illness, responsibility, and self-neglect. It's about coming home to the part of you that still believes in miracles, the part that knows you're meant for more, the part that whispers, don't give up, you're getting close. There are moments that are deeply uncomfortable, moments you question everything, moments you think, I am never doing this again. And then, there are moments so tender and sacred that you know you cannot go back to your old life the same way. That's the point. You're not meant to return as who you were. You're meant to return more open, more aware, more you. And there's something else about this retreat that people on the outside won't understand. Everyone talks about the meditations, the energy, the breakthroughs, but what really blows your mind is the science. You're shown research that's not just inspiring, it's breathtaking. Real studies, real biomarkers, real brain scans, real people healing in ways that modern medicine still can't explain. Published papers, you see the before and after brain scans. You hear the doctors talk about the changes. And suddenly, you realize, this isn't magic. This isn't wishful thinking. This isn't spiritual fluff. This is biology. This is quantum physics in action. And when Dr. Joe stands on that stage and says, this is not spiritual woo-woo, this is science, this is measurable change, you feel it in your bones, especially now, with the Nobel Prize going straight into quantum physics, confirming what mystics have said for thousands of years. Everything is energy. Everything is connected, and consciousness changes matter. But the part that hits your heart the hardest isn't the data, it's the stories. Stories of people who arrived in wheelchairs and walked, and you see them yourself during the week. Stories of people who came hopeless and left reborn, and you hear them yourself telling you at the break. Stories of people who cried for years and finally felt joy again. Stories of healing so wild, so improbable, so beautifully human, that the entire room ends up in tears. And that's when you realize, we heal each other here, not just through meditation, but through presence, through witnessing each other's breakthroughs, and most important of all, through love. Those long hugs from people who were strangers yesterday, but feel like family today, because we've shared something that other people can't understand. There's something unexplainably sacred about walking out of a meditation, eyes swollen from all the tears that released everything we need to let go of. Heart cracked open, and having someone wrap their arms around you and whisper, I saw you, I felt you, you're doing amazing. These are the moments that stay with you long after the retreat ends. These are the moments that remind you, you are never healing alone. You were held, you were seen. You were supported by hundreds of people walking the same road back to themselves. You were loved. When the week ends, you don't walk out fixed. You walk out awakened, like a switch inside of you has been turned back on, like your body remembers how to heal, like your heart remembers how to lead. Some people heal before the event. Some people heal during the event. Some people heal a couple of weeks after the event. Some people fall into their old patterns after a while and never heal. The meditations and the lectures aren't your ticket to healing and manifestation. You do the work to change. And when you change from the inside, it's going to reflect on your outer world. That's inevitable. So if you're wondering whether you're ready for a week-long retreat, here's the truth most people won't say out loud. No one is ready. And that's exactly why it works. Transformation doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to show up. For some people, it is too much and they leave. But if you show up every day, if you give yourself fully to the process, you'll leave with something no one can ever take from you. A new relationship with yourself, a deeper level of trust, a quiet, unshakable power that you can feel in your bones, and a touch of the mystical. You've learned to embrace the unknown. Dr. Joe says, love yourself enough to do this. If this helped you see the retreat more clearly, don't stop here. Go to a retreat. This is part 4 of my Joe Dispenza series, where I share the side of this work that no one talks about, what really happens at the week-long retreat, and how you can prepare yourself. When you're ready, watch the next video in the series and keep walking deeper into your own transformation. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Remember, beautiful soul, be love, always.